Okay guys, before we even crack open today's file, I need to tell you about a highly classified detail hidden within these government leaks. There is one specific biological feature found in the recovered insectoid species that completely redefines how they travel across space without spacesuits. If you stick around until the very end of the video, I'm going to reveal exactly what that feature is. Trust me, it is wild. Let's get into it. Imagine working for a top-secret government defense program, getting called to a crash site, and finding out that not only are UFOs real, but we have actually recovered 4 entirely distinct alien species from them. We aren't just talking about the classic little gray guys anymore. We're talking insectoids, reptilians, and even beings that look exactly like supermodels from Northern Europe. Today, we are diving deep into the massive claims made by former government insiders about the 4 alien types allegedly held in secret facilities right now. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Mila, your favorite internet detective, and oh my god, today's file is an absolute trip. So, recently, the internet has been completely blowing up over statements from former defense researchers and whistleblowers who claim the US government isn't just hiding craft, they are studying the actual biological entities recovered from crashes. According to these bombshell accounts, researchers have classified these entities into 4 main categories. No way, right?
There are at least 4 types, 4 separate types. Now I have
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
Let's look at the real-world receipts, the historical files, and see exactly what these groups are supposed to look like. To understand how huge this is, we have to look at the actual history and the documentation backing up these specific descriptions. This isn't just random sci-fi. These categories have popped up in real, documented reports for decades. Let's look at the evidence. Exhibit A, the infamous 1947 Roswell crash reports. While the public was told it was a weather balloon, the internal memos and subsequent witness statements from base personnel described small, frail, large-headed beings with oversized black eyes, the classic grays. Exhibit B, declassified Project Blue Book files from the 1950s and 1960s contain multiple accounts from military pilots describing craft that operated with biological precision, hinting at entities far different from humans. Exhibit C, famous historical encounter files, like the 1961 Betty and Barney Hill abduction case, which officially put the specific anatomy of the gray aliens on the modern media map for the very first time. Now, let's break down the actual 4 species that insiders claim have been pulled from these crash sites. 1. The Greys. First up, the classics. The Greys are the most commonly reported entities in the entire UFO lore, dating heavily back to the 1960s. Whistleblowers describe them as standing between 3 to 5 feet tall, with huge hairless heads, completely black obsidian eyes, and no visible ears or nose. Rumor has it they communicate entirely through telepathy and act almost like biological drones or workers for a higher intelligence. 2. The Insectoids. Next, we have the Insectoids. These guys started showing up heavily in researcher files around the 1970s and 1980s. Witnesses describe them as looking terrifyingly similar to giant, bipedal praying mantises, standing up to 7 feet tall. They are said to possess incredible intelligence and are often described by whistleblowers as the ones overseeing complex technical or medical operations during encounters. 3. The Reptilians. Then come the Reptilians, mentioned for decades in ancient mythologies, but popularized in modern lore during the late 1980s. These beings are described as tall, muscular, and covered in scales ranging from green to brown. Insiders allege that these entities are highly aggressive, intensely territorial, and possess a completely different emotional spectrum compared to humans, making them one of the most feared groups in the database. 4. The Nordics. And finally, we have the Nordics. Because of course, one of the most highly evolved, super intelligent, spacefaring species just happens to look exactly like tall, blonde, blue-eyed white people from Scandinavia. Like, seriously? Out of the entire infinite universe, the cosmos decided to copy a Swedish fashion magazine? No way. Historically, these Nordic types were actually some of the first aliens ever reported in the modern era, popularized back in the 1950s by early contactees like George Adamski. They are described as completely human-looking, highly spiritual, incredibly beautiful, and supposedly trying to warn humanity about our own destructive tendencies. Okay, before we get into my personal theories on why the government is keeping these 4 specific groups a secret, let's take a quick second for a reality check. If you are loving these deep dives into the hidden corners of the internet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your fellow mystery seekers. Smash the like button if you think we are finally being prepared for the ultimate truth. And if you want to support my late-night research and keep this channel caffeinated, you can buy me a coffee through the link below, or drop a tip in my Solana wallet. You guys are the absolute best, seriously. All right, let's get back to the theories. So, what is my actual take on this? Look, even if you look at this through a highly skeptical lens, it is wild how consistent these 4 categories have remained across thousands of independent reports worldwide for over 70 years. One of the most popular internet theories right now suggests that these 4 species aren't actually from different planets at all. Instead, the theory goes that they are different biological models designed for specific tasks here on Earth. Some for diplomatic contact, some for physical labor, and some for monitoring our environment. It sounds completely out there, but when you look at how fast our own synthetic biology is advancing, the idea of engineered cosmic entities doesn't seem totally impossible. But wait, it gets even deeper. Word on the street is that the governments of China, Russia, Japan, and of course the USA haven't just known about this. They've allegedly been working hand in hand with these entities for decades behind closed doors. And get this, insiders claim these governments don't even use the words aliens or extraterrestrials anymore. Instead, they are officially classifying them as multidimensional or even spiritual beings. Which brings me to what I personally believe. Guys, could these entities actually be demons? Honestly, I believe so. Think about it. The Bible literally warned us about this exact kind of deception. In Revelation 16:13-14, it says, "And I saw 3 impure spirits that looked like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. They are demonic spirits that perform signs, and they go out to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle on the great day of God Almighty." Like, oh my God, think about the description. Spirits looking like frogs? That sounds exactly like the strange, non-human entities people claim to see today. They are performing signs and wonders to deceive the leaders of the earth. Guys, please do not let yourselves be deceived by this whole cosmic narrative. At the end of the day, only Jesus saves. Keep your faith locked in.
We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside? Shocking.
And do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
There are at least 4 separate types. Now I have to
Four
say
different
that.
types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them greys, Nordics, insectoids, and reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails, like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall.
And for those of you who were super curious and stayed until the very end of this video, here is that mind-blowing detail I promised you. According to the insider leaks regarding the insectoid species, researchers discovered that their thick exoskeleton shell isn't just armor. It actually generates a localized electromagnetic field. This field completely protects them from radiation and pressure changes, allowing them to survive short exposures to open space or extreme atmospheres without any gear at all. Oh my God, can you imagine? Thank you so much for hanging out and exploring the cosmic archives with me today. Big kiss on your hearts, guys. Stay incredibly curious, stay safe, and God bless you all. See you in the next mystery. Bye! Mwah.